One thing nobody knows about my journey, probably how delusional I was, in a good way. When I used to sleep in my car in Miami, when I started in real estate as a realtor at that time, I remember when I used to get dressed outside my car to go to the office every single day. Most of the time, I felt I'm a victim or felt bad for myself. For most of the time, I was really delusional. Every day when I got dressed, like I would actually get out, wear my shirt, fix my top, look at the sky and like I'm talking to God. Yo, I know you're doing this, so my story becomes better. When one day I make an interview or I get on stage, I was mentally, I'm gonna make it and all these things are temporary. There was still times where I felt bad and I felt as a victim with everything was happening to me. People were talking to me when I slept in my car, and like the people at the office back then at the company I worked at, they would actually, what's your goals? I'm gonna become a billionaire. Why are you doing this? Because I'm gonna become a billionaire, change my family's life, I'm gonna change my country, I'm gonna help so many people. I haven't even done enough to help myself yet, but I mentally was so fucking there, I can do it. Probably how rough it was too. Obviously there's stories that people had to go through so much rougher things than I did, but I've only lived my story. Living in a car that has bad AC in Miami in the summer is disgusting, and did that for almost 8 months. At that point of my life is where a lot of my mindset, my views on life were developed, or mental toughness. Like I couldn't give up. Even if I wanted to give up, I couldn't. I had no option. My family needed me, and thank God I didn't have an option. Because if I did, maybe I would have. I need to freaking make it. Like I didn't care. I was loud on camera. I didn't give a shit what I looked like, what I sounded like. Everybody was just mesmerized with this loud personality. Jalal is so loud. Jalal is this. Jalal is that. But I'm so freaking broke. And sometimes, like if I go to a real estate event and I come home and everybody would say the nicest things to me, and I'm like, how am I this talented according to what everyone says, but I'm still broke? I just knew if I just kept going, something good gotta happen. Also, another thing people don't know is like how hard I worked on myself. I know it sounds fancy to you, you hear it often on social media, but like listen to my English. I'm somebody that came to America in 2010, didn't speak a word of English. Forget how good I am at sales, forget how good I am at closing people on the phone. Take that out of the equation, because that's something I think everyone can develop if they train hard enough. Start with English, because obviously I can't sell and do deals, do business, I couldn't speak proper English. Like I would like pick most traded words in the industry, and I would go to Google Translator. I would put the word water, and as a Middle Eastern or immigrant or somebody that doesn't speak English at first, I would say water. How can I say water? I would listen to it. I would keep listening to it, and I'd say it again. I would video myself saying the word. I would make one word that I've learned. Next day, I have to use it in all my conversations. The conversation could be about colors, and I'm here talking about water because I need to get good at water. I had to teach myself all that. I didn't go to school. I didn't go to college. So I had to really develop that. Also, like my goal was like, if I can make someone laugh, I can get them to do anything. And I was always trying to get so good at English to make people smile, to make people laugh. Those things people see me today and think they came natural, but they didn't. This is Jalal 12 years later. I just moved to Miami. Nobody knows me. And I figured I need to post. I need to know people in Miami. I'm getting into real estate. Nobody knows who I am. So I should be on social media. Why I named myself the King of Miami Real Estate is because I saw this meme of Muhammad Ali. Basically, it was saying, I named myself the greatest before I threw a punch. Okay, then I'm the King of Miami Real Estate. I haven't sold a piece of real estate or even rented a property before. But I called literally after I passed my real estate exam, I put the paper here. I passed, go on my Instagram, named myself the King of Miami Real Estate. That was it. I knew I needed to reach people out. I need to create a name for myself. In a city, nobody knows who I am. You need attention, because if you're not getting that attention from people, then who's gonna transact with you? Who's gonna deal with you? And that was in 2015, even more today. If you don't exist online, you don't exist, period. Look at Donald Trump. Look how powerful and big his name is. They took him off social media. He went ghost mode. We forgot about him almost, because that's how important is social media. To exist, you need to exist online. It's just the life we're in today. And if you're fighting it, if you're like resenting it, or like I'm too old or I'm too lazy for this, then you're just gonna be in the bottom of the barrel. Oh my God, I could give you a whole story. Everything I've created in my life started on social media. When I was just past my real estate exam, the way I met the broker that I worked for was on Instagram. I saw him on Instagram and then we connected. And then when I worked for him, I met people in the office that opened up more opportunity. I sold multiple deals online because people kept seeing me. I used to post so much, like 9 times a day. That's before the story. And people like kept seeing me and then giving me a shot at finding them a rental or a deal or something. It just kept opening more doors. That's the small doors it opened. Then as my name grew, it opened better doors. That's how I've met many people. We just sold a $4.7 million deal like about 3 months ago to a guy that came to my event that saw me on Instagram. Bought a ticket to my event, showed up to my event, met one of my guys at the office, and we did the deal with him. Knowingly that property was listed on MLS and the online multiple listing service. Like it was all over online. Having that social media brand that opens doors could be your personal brand, could be you can stay behind cameras and then make the business the face and everything. But there's something of you, from you, or you need to be online getting attention. I think personal brand is extremely important, but if you're so against it, then build a business and make it get all attention. I don't need inspiration to do. I've been doing it for so long now. I drink water, I post. It's just so normal to me. And is there days I don't want to do it? Yeah, I still do it anyways. At this point, I've been doing it since 2015. I've met so many people that met me and they're like, dude, you changed my life. I'm like, why? How? I even sell courses for you to buy to learn from. Like, oh, just watching you excites me, gives me so much energy. So that's an inspiration. I've never sold like courses online or programs or anything, but I can't even quantify in money how much money I've made posting online off of relationships came from online. I mean, I don't know what is that worth. Millions in gross profit, millions guaranteed. Most of our deals, that because we do real estate wholesaling, flipping, from people that watch me on social media, then I post my Instagram business page, and then they go there, see the property, buy it. Name how many people built it from zero all the way to whatever it's at today, from being homeless as an immigrant, came to America just over a decade ago. Not that many. Yeah, I haven't made $1 billion. I couldn't speak English just about 10, 12 years ago. And today we're making millions a year. People see my brand. Some people are like, oh dude, you're not like you are online. You come see me on a Sunday, I'm like, cooked my food, I'm on my couch, I'm chill. Because they see my social media, they think it's all that rah, 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 rah. But that's not all the time. Outside of social media, sometimes I'm an introvert. Like if I'm not in work mode, I'd rather be alone. But Sundays, I don't see people. I have to be alone. I'm such a loner. I really, 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 really value my solitude. And I need it so much. And I can have so much fun being alone. And I don't have to have people around me. You go see Jalal, you see my events, hundreds of people showing up and we're growing. We're pushing a 2,000 event. You see me on stage, you see me screaming online, but come to me in real life sometimes. I'm quiet. I'm a big family guy. I love my family a lot. I help a lot of people and I don't talk enough about it, and I think I should, in sake of helping, not showing off. Like I actually donate a lot. Like I help people in Jordan, like where I'm from, like in refugee camps and stuff. Do a lot of that, but I don't show it enough because I feel like it's a thing between me and God. I don't think also people know how many people I actually help outside of social media. Personal friends, people that I know in real life. They come to me for advice or whatever. I helped so many, and that never happened on camera. It doesn't have to. I think it's just how chill I am. It doesn't mean I'm faking it. I'm not. That is me. But that is me there. But then I have times I'm hype. I have times I'm lazy. Huge advice for men and also women out there. Never think you make permanent decisions. Like the one way you are is not the one way you are forever. Like you reserve the right to change all the time. But sometimes we're uncomfortable changing. That reminds me of, I got so far in my career and I kept wanting to hold on to Jalal that was homeless because I thought that was the only way to keep myself aggressive. But at some point that held me back. It didn't help me. And I had to evolve. I had to let go of who I was. Then I became this new Jalal that is introvert sometimes. That's an extreme extrovert sometimes. That is big on stage, pictures with people, loving people. And then I come home and I don't want to hear a voice. I want to be alone. You need to know, like, if I'm making this decision, it's for now. But I know I'm going to be richer. I'm going to be healthier. I'm going to be with a family. I can break down my goals and where I want to be. I change throughout the way. One, start with showing up, not giving too much care about what you look like or sound like in the beginning. Post before you watch your videos. It has to be quantity before quality. You have to like just show up, keep showing up, worry about the quality later. One thing, if I go back, I would change. I'd get somebody to help me. Like I would get advice. Like, I've done the quantity over quality for more than I should have. At some point, I should have spoke to a social media strategist like yourself, like, hey, what do you think I should do? I've been doing this for 2 years, got me here, but it's not, the needle is not going up. What am I doing wrong? It doesn't hurt to get somebody to help. Be authentic, be yourself. Let me inspire you to do what you want to do, but then take that online. Don't try to talk like other people or sound like them or answer questions like them. So when you listen to somebody, you start wanting, like, answering questions the way they would answer. Develop into who are you, your answers, your actual thoughts. Consume the content enough to help you, but don't let it erase you.